Hello everybody and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt. I am commonly described as a cat because I'm awesome that way. It's just the way things go. And is this the final science? Yes! Once the science is complete, it is the game complete. There is other sciences available, but we're just not going to do them. Don't need to. I almost wonder if it's not a bad idea to just build more cyclotrons. Like, why not? Right? This seems like a good idea to just build a few more cyclotrons. Just get it really going. Because I think this is the thing that's slowing us down right now. We just don't have enough cyclotrons happening. So if we do this, maybe build like 2 more potentially. I do something like that. Then we put it out that way. Put these out this way. That'll work. That'll do pretty well actually. What does it need? It just needs annihilation cards. They're not that difficult to make. Really what's slowing us down right now is these things. There's a few things that's slowing us down. These things and the qubits. But they're occasionally making things. And it hasn't gone out of sync yet. But I mean, we've still got like 1,500 cards of these. I'm not too worried about those running out until we actually run out of cards. So right now what we're actually trying to do more than anything else is just get these whatchamacallits sorted out. I don't know whatchamacalls. Call them whatever you want, I suppose. But yeah. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. We just want to... I think having more of these would be a good idea. And we are just completing cards apparently right now, which is cool. 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 Get that done, get that done. Where do these come from? Over there. Okay, understood. That's a bit of a mess, but I also don't really care that much. I could probably tidy it up if I did it that way. There we go, much nicer. And less stupid. See, the problem is these internal coils are charging and that takes a lot of time. So we're going to try and stop that being a problem. Hello, Hedgehog. How you doing? Much nicer and less stupid. That was how I was described in my high school yearbook.
Got some quality?
Goblin quality! We seem to be in goblin quality a lot. Is that broken? Hang on. Actions... Quality... No, all the triggers are there. Twice today, really? I better add that quote before I forget. Interesting. Goblin quality should be the same rarity as everything else, so I don't know why we're getting so much goblin quality. Goblin D's nuts quality. More like it. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. I regret a lot of things in my life, that being one of them. Okay, you're still in your office. Oh, goodness gracious, Dave. Working long hours as always. I respect you, but I don't envy you. Not a fan of long hours. I don't think anyone actually is. Yeah, let's go get a couple of cyclotrons. What is the cube doing? Oh, the cube managed to escape. Nice. Good work, cube. Cyclotrons. Are these cyclotrons? Yes. I like the cyclotrons because they've got the inbuilt whirligig thing, and it makes me happy. Okay. So now we get 8 goes before we have a problem. And also, I was thinking, these things here, what comes out? The only thing that should come out, bosons. And likewise, the only thing that should come out of here is these things. No, wait. That one doesn't have an able to say. Well, this one has an able to say, which is already fixed. Okay, what are these cylinders I'm making here? These are bosons and fermions. And they are needed to make one of the prerequisites. They make singularity assimilation cards. Which are combined with the annihilation, the antimatter data and the... whatever the hell this shit's called. One of these. Quantum calibration data to make the final complete annihilation card, which is the last research. Or the last research pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over and check to see how my cards are going. Do we have some we've got enough to set up another thing? We need some more arcane engines. Oh, the misery. I'm almost wondering whether it's not a bad idea to just take the annihilation card, other things over there so they can just do it themselves. I need to get the annihilation cards over there as well, though. But we're getting very close to the end of this. Do we have a car around? We do. I think we're probably another stream or 2 of this, and then we got to start on the next game, which should be nice. Okay. Oh yeah. Put the arcane engines in there because it's hungry for arcane engines. Recycle the modular cards. Put those in there, I guess. You know what we'll do? Keep coming back and doing this. You know what we could do is a step better. Use filters. Just module cards. And just put them back. So we do have 4 of these now. Excellent. So that's enough to get these 2 sciences going. Okay. Because I realize productivity is actually really important. It basically cuts down the number of sciences we need by a decent chunk. Enough that it's, oops, worth my time. So it's fine, it's just a tree. What is the, oh, we're getting rid of some tendrils. Always good. That makes sure our power is working. Sometimes I'm not quite, I look at the cube and I'm like, what are you doing, cube? But it's smarter than I am. It is made of denser stuff than I'll ever be made of, sadly. Some people say I'm dense. I'm not as dense as that cube, if you know what I mean. Okay. That is now officially one of the lines done. Even if we get them all going... So even if we get them all going, it's going to be a third of the time. It's still 7 hours. No, that's probably not true. We'll probably build more labs at some point. That's probably more likely. No reason to do it right now, of course, because what are we going to do with the labs, right? Just quickly chuck some things into there just to use them. Because we're just scrapping these modular casings. Is it worth having a machine to scrap these? Probably. We're making ectoplasm. Really? Didn't know we needed more of that. Yeah, we're not that short on it. It'll be done pretty quick. Okay, we're at 4% now. 19 hours. As long as we don't run out of these cards. Maybe I have a signal tower. What are they called? Speakers? What a speaker. Speaker of his house, let's go. Because what I want to make sure is that we never get into a position where we go, oh, we don't have enough cards for the upcoming while. We can always get the cards made pretty quickly. That's not a problem. We just need to grab the cube and get her done. That's actually really funny. We've got enough things in there to make a new cube. If only we had legendary gear wheels. Fine. I don't think we need any more of these. They look like little sushis. You got the little black, like sushi before you cut it, specifically. Okay. And then we'll go decider, and then put a speaker. Okay. So we're gonna have... Oh, what are they called? Quantum calibration data? Oh. If it's less than 40... Right, and then now it's actually showing what we were expecting. Less than 40. Output. Cross. Cross, thank you. If cross equals 1. Oh, cool, you got surface and global. I didn't know they had that set. You know what? It's always a good sound to go with. It really lets you know something's going wrong. So, if we hear that sound, we know we have a problem. And actually, we'll also say show alert. You know, it's a good sound to have when you need to know something's going very wrong. There's nothing more oh shit than an air raid siren as far as I can figure out. I could be wrong. Maybe the air raid siren is not the worst thing you can hear in life. But I'm willing to bet it probably is. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I think hearing air raid siren means nothing good is happening right now. Like, nothing good is happening right now. You can think something good is happening right now, you are wrong. Nothing good is happening right now. But even if you think something good's happening, it's just not. It's like life is going wrong in a nutshell. Those data cards are for someone else. You can't take their data cards. No, those... Not data cards, sorry. Productivity modules. They're not for you. Okay, how are we doing? We have one. We ran out of these. Because we ran out of engines in general. I think that means we're probably out of metal again. Yep. Hiroshima had a worse sound for a split second. Yeah, but I'm sure they had that. Yeah, okay. I'm not saying it's the worst sound in the world. The worst sound is probably when that sound stops. That's fair. I think it's a prelude to the worst sound in the world. That's a very valid point, Glacier. It certainly means you're about to have a bad time, though. At least it starts with, hey, this is just a warning thing, making sure our signals are working. That's a different situation. Quality. Oh, quality. Nice. Sad, it's not Goblin one, though. Now I just yearn for Goblin quality. Originally, when I was trying to use Twitch's alert system, I was trying to make Goblin quality happen like only 1% of the time. This is actually a true thing. But their alert system was the shittiest thing I've ever worked with. And it was so infuriating to like go online, and I followed like 8 guides on how to get it working. No joke. And every guide is like, and then you just do this, and then it works. And I'm like, it doesn't work though. And it's like, oh, then you didn't do this. I'm like, I've done that like 6 times. It's done. I don't know what the problem is. And they're like, oh, well, you know. And I'm like, I don't know, because it should just be flippant, and it wasn't. So I got very mad at it. And, you know me, I'm used to things not working when I want them to, but there's nothing worse than having a guide that you follow to the letter. And they're like, it's so simple, you do this, and there's like some friggin' zoomer with his hair all cool like, you know, in a way that I'll never have my hair. And he's like, bro, it's so simple, dude. And then he does it, and you're like, I did all that. And it's like, and then you just totally like, just play whatever your sounds you want, like this. And it's just an annoying sound. I'm like, I hate everything that I'm listening to right now. Some people say that this is clearly a me problem. With you, I say, yes it is, I suppose. I was going to say something scathing, but yeah, it does sound like a me problem, doesn't it? Also, there's surfers. And this is one thing I hate, it's a zoomer surfer. When zoomers start surfing, that's when I get mad. Why did it stop working? Oh, because we ran out of deliciousness. Okay, so we're gonna go make sure we got some metals going. Oh sweet, that should actually Go somewhere then. It's nice to see the science actually working. I don't know where you're about to go, but I want to go with you. I still don't know where we're going. Oh, hell, I do know exactly where we're going. We set that priority too high, didn't we? That priority shouldn't be there. Quick, stop that train. Or cube. I love that it slows your movement with the cube in your inventory. It's a very clever thing. Which way is it going? It's going the normal way. Oh, that's a relief. It's a bit slower, but so much more efficient. I wonder if there's any value to... Probably not. Everything looks like it's pretty full. There we go, and that makes all our metal. It makes quite a bit of metal, actually. Quite impressive how much metal this thing makes. It's also kind of impressive how much metal is... Okay, if I look up metal... Like, you can see these times where, like, I make 13,000 a minute a couple of times. Like, I make a lot, and then it gets consumed relatively quickly, and then it's gone again. You see there's a big spike there. 26 minutes ago, big spike. Action at 27 minutes. And then that's it being used there. Action at 40 minutes. That's it being used there. It veers up a little bit, but it's just sharply runs out. When it runs out properly good. Okay. Let's run out of this stuff faster. It already has run out again. But as soon as it runs out because of calcium, we don't have calcium deficiencies, we've got calcium surplus. But then while that's happening, it just means these fill up, which is actually pretty okay. I wonder if it's a bad idea to, like, maybe link these in. Make sure at least they're always sort of being fed a little bit. I'm thinking it's not a terrible idea.
Ooh, quality.
I forgot that one exists. I like that one too. Oh, wait. We gotta go up a quality level. Do you want to do it? Or do you just want to think about it? There we go. Just look at that. That's slow for no real good reason. If we stole this line, not like it does much to the grand scheme of things. But means we can start trying to fill this separately. Oh man, it's gonna have a bunch of stuff in my inventory now that I don't really necessarily want. Fine. Input priority is still that one. What am I going to do with this calcium? My bones are going to be so strong. See, we're still having the same problem in a sense. I almost wonder if we could get like another line. Maybe it's okay. No, you know what? Let's grab another line. There's another line available right there. There we go. So that way, even if everything's kind of going to hell, we're always going to get something coming through here. Just to make sure these are all full. Oh god, what are these people talking about? Sorry, I've just got chat. A chat. Oh good, it's news. It's not happy news. It never is. Can we just stop having news? I think news just makes me sad. I think we should just stop having news. Like, if we had less news, I think I would be happier in general. And isn't that all I ever really want, just to be happier? I think I deserve to be happier. Oh, it's going this way now. It has gone this way. The calcium has jammed it. Okay. Everything that's red, I would like to probably upgrade. I don't know if I've got the gumption for it, but we'll give it a go. They were at 5% by the way. You should always give it a go even if you don't think you got the gumption for it. What does that really mean? I don't know. But it sounds appropriate. Looks at the word gumption, is immediately disappointed in himself. I'm joking, I don't think gumption is a bad word. Oh, off you go. Where are you off to? Really? Thought that was a better priority? Alright, whatever. You gotta be careful though, sometimes you're like, that's a good word, and you're like, what does that mean? And you look it up and it's like, oh, that is an old-timey word that shouldn't exist. Oh no. Gumption. A word to really hate X specific race. Oh no. Yeah, diary. Today I became a racist again by mistake. It was not intentional, but it happened anyway. Again. You know what? I'd like it if it was more by mistake, and then through conversation you could, you know, change people's hearts and minds. What a dreamer I am. Okay, here's my new thought. I could always change these to be... I can always change these to be just productivity modules. That's probably not a bad idea. Productivity modules are the reason I'm not making as much as I wish I was. Also, it's come to my attention the cube has jammed again. So let's go have a look at that in a second. Why is my cube jammed? What up, cube? Where are you? Oh, you've got no ectoplasm. Oh. Well, that's... Oops. Oh, we probably jump out there. You know what? I wish there was like more things that would like a way of just having like factory alerts, like have a little cube, like a little picture-in-picture. That'd be great. It's going to go make another 150 of those cards, which will make 300 science, so I'm not going to complain about that. 300 science is a good number of science coming through. The car is actually pretty close to here. $18 hours, it reckons. We're going to improve that significantly. Thing is, I mean, I could wait until it was all real fast, but then why not just get it done now, right? Oh, okay. Cool. And we're checking the speed modules in these as well. We got plenty of speed modules, so let's not worry about that. Just because the more level 3s I can get going, the more production I can have. There's just no reason to do it if I don't have 3s. How are my yellow cards? Oh, they're running a little late. Good to know. Not good to experience, but it's good to know. Every time they make a 2, then the question is, does it actually get turned into a 3? Probably not. Statistically, no. Statistically, it'll fail. %. I mean, it's already a 15% chance everything to actually get something useful in the first place. Yeah, that speeds those up quite nicely. But without 2s, it doesn't matter. If I saved scum this, I could probably get them every time. I'm obviously not doing that, but it's nice to know I could. Oh wait, hang on, we've got some 2s right here. I just want one additional 3 before I leave. I know I'm asking for silly things. But I just want them. Just one more, come on, that's all I ask. I've been a good boy all year, Santa. Admittedly, it's only March, but still. Oh hell, did we do Meme March again? I hadn't considered Meme March. I don't know, is there any desire for Meme March? But also my stream anniversary month, which is fun. Original Dave is back. Finally home, but it's way past your bedtime. What a bad boy. When do we get to finish the cat calendar? Dude, the cat calendar I think has been thrown away now. Instead I've got a calendar looking at my beautiful sun. Okay, there we go. Which honestly, superior calendar in almost every way to me. This month, because it's my birthday month, is a picture of me and my son. But he's really little, so he doesn't really know what's going on. I've got him one of those baby carries, you know, the ones that like you strap over your stomach, and so the baby's strapped to you. And he looks very confused about the whole ordeal. Which is how he looked most of the time when he was a little baby. Just generally confused. Is that a sink again? Yes. How does that keep happening? I don't know. Oh wait, that didn't help, but of course not. Found out yesterday your friend is going to be a grandpa and said WTF. I mean, really depends on the age of your friend how relevant that is, doesn't it? I mean, depending on how life goes, at like the age of 40, that's not too extreme. He's 34, his kid is 16. Yeah, you know what, that doesn't really surprise me that much. Young parents having young, being young grandparents, it's probably not too surprising. Okay, so we've now got 4 of these cards we made at a time. Taking us up to a massive number. we take these arcane engines. I think we're making arcane engines at the moment, aren't we? We're missing 4 cubes. Oh, we're missing cubes. That's annoying. Wait, what? Oh, I see. I mean, it's still true. B-block is the best mod. Redeem duck. Yes, I forgot. Ducks. Okay. Guess who just got back today? It's the cube. Actually, I would probably like to get the cube back into where it makes sense. Just making plausible resources. So back to making metal, I see. Oh, really? I guess calcium hasn't sorted itself out yet. It's alright, that'll make a whole bunch more metal. What we're here for. It's not efficient, but sure gets the job done. And then I think I need to get deep core mining done. I'm kind of grab that cube. So I can just chuck it on there again. I'm glad that it doesn't wait for that to be empty before it allows it to move on with life. I was like, I didn't actually know where the cube was for a second there. I'm assuming once that's done, yeah, it's going to spit out another 2,000. Nice. Now I think we go to the deep core miners. Why is that green like that? Oh, because I've got visualization on. Do I? I don't think I do have visualization on, but whatever. Okay. Oh. Oops. $548,000. I hope I don't need more by the time this is all done. Otherwise I'm going to have problems. I like the tiniest gap that we get. It all sort of just alleviates itself. It all just catches up to itself very soon. Cool. I assume it's long gone dry. Yep. Although coal's there. Surprising. So I was playing a few more of the demos from the Steam Fest. The King is Watching is pretty fun. I don't know if it's something that I'd want to buy in the end, but The King is Watching is a neat game. It definitely feels like a simulator for managing SeiferKatt, though. He only does work when he's being watched. That's not true. But at the same time, sometimes I would believe that because I feel I have some sort of attention deficit disorder. I may be wrong, but I also don't think I am. And then I realize I'm not working, my boss is coming along, and I'm like, ah, no, I was working the whole time, boss, honestly. We're 28,000 out of 40,000. Purple. Also, hi. Grimace. This is how you make the Grimace shake, by the way. If you were wondering. This is the method. It's just made out. The Grimace shake was made out of a bunch of purple rocks. No one is surprised. It should be done in a moment. The method. The method to making a the Grimace shake. Where are you going now? Ah, back to normal town. 7% by the way. Annihilation cards. Ooh. This is actually concerning. 6.1.
Thanks for your support.
Gibble! Thank you for the kibs. Appreciate it. I mean, I know it's not much, but I still thank you regardless. This is kibble I didn't have before. And no one should ever turn down the kibble. I mean, if I actually didn't appreciate it, I could just turn off the thing saying, like, don't make a noise when one kibble is given. I'm like, no, I appreciate the one kibble. I turn to space extension on the end. What did? This mod? What do you mean? Base extension was cheating. I'm not cheating yet. I love the definition of the word yet there. That implies I plan to be cheating soon. We'll see. I don't intend to cheat at any point, but that's what they all say. Oh, big numbers? It went for 30k SPM? You don't need 30k SPM. You don't need 30k SPM. Because I mean, it's only 9k. Like, if people just get impatient, then that's on them. Hello, Abuelita. That's the supposed theoretic max they reached. You don't need to do that, though. It's a bit much. Oh, we gotta put these arcane drives in there. We are going to start turning on more of the Abuelita Battle Angel. It's a certainly an interesting series that you've considered there. We're saving power. $500 of power has been saved by doing that. Yeah, we could start turning on the next line of researchers or labs. 500 watts. You know, there's that picture, like it was an old style picture, like reaction image, with like the old woman. It's just whacked. It's a classic. Yeah, she got that face. What? The internet when it was still cool. Well, I'm glad that's what you're referring to. Some people just type that because they're being funny and they're not referencing that image. But I am referencing that image, and so are you. Because we're cool from the internet. We've got business cards saying we're from the internet. I mean, I've got a business card saying I'm from the internet. If anyone's thinking I do, that is a lie. Okay, another few more sciences in the mix. It's using so few science, I'm not actually sure what all my production's going to right now. We're cool from the internet. Sure. I don't think I said QL. We are nearing 1,000. See, that trimmed another 3 hours off the time. Oh, quote 1,000. Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant progress on the science. We are nearing 1,000. That's pretty exciting, actually. Where are you? Are you up here? You are. Have you ever thought of what your quote 1,000 is going to be? Nope, and nor should I. No quote should ever be considered what could be the number. I mean, if I was going to be quote 1,000, it would be I was talking about dragons. But it shouldn't be. I mean, okay, some quotes were sort of put in there because of the obvious number, but they were never like something that I like workshopped or planned. It was just a thing that I said in the spur of the moment, and it just was accepted. So some of the scientists are coming down here to make this, which will stop eventually. Which then these will stop. Like the science is slowing down is going to start stopping things. That's right, it's going to start stopping. With high productivity, these probably not a bad idea. Productivity module 1 those. Do I even have productivity module 1s to do? No, but I got some 3s ready to go. That's not going to make me what I need or want. Well, we could open another lab, or we could... We can't get one of these going. I need 4 for that. Quite frankly, what's another lab? Another lab. The answer to that is another lab is insufficient. That's going to require the smart calcium, which is good. We need to use the calcium. I imagine there's a train coming for it right now. Yep. That's probably ready to start making some more... Wait, why is the calcium already going? Okay, I guess. See, I'm very happy with the idea that I had to like make sure things are always coming through here. That just makes sure that it just also doesn't have as many slowdowns there, which is nice. We did have a problem for a while there, but not so much anymore. Yep, this is good. Make some metal. Can't kill the metal is too strong. Yeah, it's got a couple of ways to make metal there, that'll be good. Suppose I'm making a lab then. Lack of a better thing to make. You finished your blue circuit array today? Effing ridiculous. Sorry Zoe, can you do me a favor? You don't owe me anything of course for this. Can you show me what that looks like? Can you post that on Discord? Like just a screen cap? Even if you can't post all of it, I just really love to see what you've been making. You don't have to if you don't want to. Sometimes it can be scary showing your designs off to people and them going, did you do realize that if you and you're like, dang it, there was a way better way to do it. So you don't have to. But I would love to see what you've been working on. Also, I know how big that thing is, so... You've been telling me about it. Maybe not telling me explicitly, but you've certainly been mentioning it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You know what wouldn't be a bad idea? A beacon. Just to speed it up just a little bit. Maybe a couple of beacons. 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 Okay, this is not doing great. And then we need to make beacon juice. Okay. Well, let's just put those there for now. Beacon juice, beacon juice, beacon juice. Know what you're thinking. It's not the word you were thinking, and so it doesn't count. It doesn't summon some creature called beacon juice. What is Beetlejuice anyway? I've never seen the movie. Is he a ghost? A ghoul? A goblin? I know it's a movie, but the character. A Joker? So he improves your Bellatrix hands. Yeah, we could use more of them in life. There's an exorcist for the living. Oh no, I need more than that. Isn't exorcist for the living just a murderer? Electro was made in the Love 2D game framework and was written mostly in Lua. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm too not great with computers to understand what that means. The fact it's called Love 2D game framework makes me think he built it in like a... You know, what's that engine where you make dating games? Or not dating games, visual novels. But also dating games? Ren Pi or something? Yeah. Give me some fermions. Fermion! We're just gonna take like 2 stacks of fermions. I think we've got spare fermions. We have no spare fermions. We got some fermions. Victrolite? OnlyFans. I don't think OnlyFans makes dating games. It makes, what's the word that I'm looking for? The one with like, people believe that they're like actively friends with someone, but parasocial relationships. It makes parasocial relationships, not dating games. Like, I'm in a relationship with this person because I give them money. You're not in a relationship with them. It makes paid girlfriends. There's a good joke to make there, but I'm not gonna, because it's not a good joke. Arceus? What? Greek relationships? Greek relationships is something else. What does my son mean when he speaks of Greek love? That's a quote from Crusader Kings, just to be clear. My son does not speak of Greek love. Just to make that clear. Ah. You're right. One moment, please, while it fixes all this up. Sounds like parasocial. It does. I realized I could just tear those down for now. I've done a lot of recording for the Darkest Dungeon YouTube stuff. I had like a couple of days off, and so I just excuse me while I fix this stuff. Yeah, I had a couple of days off, so I just played a lot of Darkest Dungeon. I am excited to show you where that's gone at some point soon. Excited might be the wrong word. There's been some good times, been some bad times. It's like I was playing Darkest Dungeon or something. It was the worst of times, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Seems to know it's... Sure, I know that song because it was in a Halo Jumps video. Back when Halo 1 was all the rage, there was Halo 1 jumps, where people were doing really sweet jumps. It's the word they used to use to refer to the Holy Spirit. Oh, that's a fun fact. Do they do Halo jumps though? Funnily enough, they do not. It's a very good question. I'm intrigued how much this makes things faster. It doesn't because we didn't actually put anything in it. There we go. It would make everything 93% faster. Wow. Right, another beacon here. That would make it even crazier. I would have to make another beacon though. Which would be a different problem. It doesn't because speed wasn't the limiting factor? What do you mean? Speed's a limiting factor. It went from 9 signs per minute to 12. That's like a 1,000,000% increase. I'll be honest, I refuse to do the maths. How slow is the science? 120 seconds. The problem we're going to run into, actually. Where's the car? It's at the destination again. It's always at the destination, never at the where I want to be. Always the destination wedding. Still the same as more labs if I have enough productions. I don't have enough productions. Therein lies my issue. That's why I keep walking to and from the car. The productivity labs, because I don't have enough productions. But one day I'll have enough production and guys like me had better watch out. Oops. I've got 2. We're working on the productivity, it's just a bit slow. Okay, if we get another deep core crystal. Oh, I want to see if I could increase productivity of these. What would that help me in? Not actually that much. It would help me a little bit though, so let's... I don't think we need any more than that. Hey! Another... Wow, another 2 level 3s. Dang, yo. We are in the money house. Population, this cat. He's in the money house. He's in the money house. Looking at the money all day. Don't ask what song I've just referred to, because it may or may not be a Wiggles song. I don't think you understand how much play the Wiggles is getting these days. A lot. The Wiggles is getting a lot of play. The number of Wiggles songs I've learnt the lyrics to is kind of scary. For everyone. Me, my wife, Lil K, everyone. So you are making 9.4. How much does this need? Currently it needs 5.7. No, it doesn't. Okay, so we are actually short productivity for these. We're gonna run out. Like we're in the middle of making fermions and bosons rather. Surprised we got that far without hitting it. Okay, so we'll make another lab. That increases science again. We're down to 11 hours-ish. Although the next one, productivity, will have to be on the actual building of things. That consistent line, dang. Modules would help. Modules would help. Didn't actually change anything, did it? Modules would be awesome. Ah, look at it now, it's 11 hours. Oh, it skipped to 10 for a second there. You know, the funny thing is, if Soulburn didn't say modules would help, I'd be like, man, I'm so happy with all my beacons that are consuming all my module juice. Beacon juice. How are we doing with arcane engines? Ah, we're out of arcane engines. Okay. Enable the left side. Enable the left side of what, sorry? The beacon. No, because we don't have the productivity modules for it. We don't have the productivities yet. Move some more from the right. Oh, that would do it. Yeah, that'd probably speed it up a little bit. Okay, we'll do that in a moment. That's some other things we need to take care of first. Yeah, I remember we want the arcane engines. Okay. Bonk. Goodbye, robots. It's every tree. This seems very comical, right? Goodbye, robots! Clunk, 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 through the forest. You cannot catch me, robots. It's everything. I think I want to have like another condition on this thing. Because while it's great that we've got these things working, I don't actually know how many we've got. Oh hey, it's where I needed to be anyway, so... We're at 10%. We're down to 9-ish hours. We do still need a lot more of them, actually. Yeah, I was going to stop it from going there, but... I thought I turned off visualization. That visualization is very important. To itself. Okay, so it's making a few more of those data cards. Good. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I was going to absolutely kill my science. Gotta stress my science out some more because Solburn told me to. I do anything Solburn tells me to do. One time Solburn told me to burn down a school. And I said I didn't want to, but he said if I didn't he would, and so I had to. That's not a real story. Solburn's never told me to burn down a school. But if he did, I'd do it. I wouldn't. I'll keep telling myself that. No, it was a church. Yeah, no. I wouldn't feel comfortable burning down a church. You know, I wouldn't feel comfortable burning down anything, actually. I just want to make that clear real quick. I just realized the implication was I'd be fine burning down anything. I'm not. I'm not a firebug. Fire actually kind of scares me. Oh no. Phew. That speed us up even further. I wish I could see a long run of production for science. Like, it's good that you've got like the last 10 minutes, but I'd love to see like more. I think that'd be fun. Yep, down to 9 hours now. The thing is, like, it feels like a long time, but the thing is, every time I do something, it just gets a little bit faster. Oh, we got 7 of them ready to go. Oh, baby. I wanna... Okay, so what is our consumption? Consumption is 12.7. And production is 11.8. I think we can do a couple more science packs. I think we should do a couple more science packs. Make one more beacon, perhaps? No. It'd have to be like that, wouldn't it? Chiverch. No, again, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it'll probably have a 7th one by the time we're there. What else do we need for a beacon? We need some deep core crystals, and then we're done. Yep. Just run into that. It's not like it was... This is a bad drive. I shouldn't be doing this one. Yep, back out. Don't do that. Don't worry about that. It's fine. It's meant to happen. Whatever will be, will be. You know what? I feel like that crash just saved my life. And for that, I was gonna like pull that down, but maybe that saved my life, so we'll let that happen. So it's rare where a car crash saves your life. That was it. Oh, whoops. So do we have 8? That's really the question I want to ask. We've got 11. My god. That's enough for another production. I think all my bots got lost. There you go. So we'll do one more production, and then we'll do the rest on research, and then... Oh, we never got my deep core crystals. Is that enough for my beacon? We have 930. We still need plenty to go, so I'm not too fast. Although I think it's going to make another 150 right now. Okay. We are now making 14 per minute. 14.21 per minute. If you aren't running into things as a driver, what are you even driving? It's like I have 3 head-on collisions every week while driving in real life. I'm fine. That's obviously not true. I obviously do not. I have 0. The only thing I've ever accidentally crashed into was our own fence, which I felt very stupid about. And it was very slow motion. Still felt stupid though. It wasn't even a crash, it was just like a slight scratch, and I'm just like, ah. Okay, so that is 15.22. Now, using the science that I have been taught, we do that, then we can see that we have a underproduction of 1 per minute. With how many we've got there, we've probably got enough for an hour. Oh good, the train's going somewhere. What do you need? You don't need that. I mean, yeah. mean, I suppose we do have 0 oil. Maybe you do need that? You know what, you don't need that. And 12%, we've made some really good progress today. I think we were doing like 3 per minute, now we're doing 18, 19 per minute. That's huge. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That needs to be in there. So I mean, at most, this is going to be like 3 more sessions. But I think it's going to be this session, next one, and maybe finish off the last. So I guess there's 3 more sessions. The point is, we're going to be done soon. And then we start the next run. But the next run will be a 2-week thing. Like 2 a week thing rather than 3 a week thing. We're going to start mixing it up a little bit. Of course, I get really into Factorio what I'm doing. I can always say that third thing is just more Factorio. We are running low on ghosts. By running low on ghosts, I mean we've got no ghosts. Got enough ghosts to fill up a train car, but then we're out of ghosts. So, hopefully that doesn't become a problem soon. But you know what it's like when you have only enough ghosts to fill up a train car. You know, I'm not even going to go further into that. You know what it's like. Right, you've got nowhere to be. That's good. We have 5 more. That's enough to build 1 more production. I mean, that's all we're really doing. Just going backwards and forwards, building more production, and then, like, more consumption. At some point, that's going to be a problem with this. Are we still doing right with this? Yep. It hasn't gone out of sync again for some reason. Always nice to see the actual cards come through. We've got 900 plus cards for there. I mean, we've got enough cards. And every one of these makes 2. That's up on Discord now. Ooh. Thank you. I like how the cloud still got saved. Oh, I like your triangles. Good triangles. Holy shit, is that's just your copper smelting? Oh shoot. What is that balancer of green chips? All that for one belt of blue. That for a drop of blood. The one between the green and the blue. Yeah. Wait, where's the reds come from? Well, the reds get made at the same time the green gets made. The blue gets made. So you already had enough reds. That's alright. I get it. The 16 by 16 balancer is just in case. You always need a 16 by 16 balancer. You never know what you'd need it for, but it's always just best to have. You don't want to be without a 16 by 16 balancer. Uh-oh, we might have tendril problems. Okay, so power's a little bit lacking right now. It looks like it's fine. Ryan Quint's balancer book is very handy. Yeah, balancer books are neat. Why have a balancer book when you can just throw things together and ultimately make a mess of the whole thing? But that might just be me. It might be all the metal we can take right now. Yeah. No. I don't want you going there right now. Why do you want to go there so bad? Oh, that's power. No, sorry, yeah. Power is actually the most important thing. I was like, no, we don't want to go there. You completely underestimated the resources it would take to make a single line of blue circuits. Are you using the, what's it called? The stuff, the EMPs from Fulgora? Oh, that hums. Well, that's nice. There's more of them? Do they hum more? They do. That's nice. Oh, that's lovely. This run you haven't left novice yet. Okay. I'm saying nothing else then. Okay, I was going to make some more production for the sciences. Okay, fair enough. Yes, we want those. And we want those. What am I doing? That's not how you do this. What are you, stupid? Blueprint of fabricator cannot be flipped. Okay. Joke's on you, we flipped it anyway. Okay. Yep, I saw that one coming. I was going to have a problem with that very soon. Yeah, they were. They were. No, you're right. They absolutely were going the wrong way, but thank you for pointing it out. No, no, no. It's not too uncommon, Factorio, as you know, to be like, okay, this is all sorted, and then you just wander off and never think about it again. So I appreciate you, your concern. We've all done it. We've upset the factory. Okay, and that will speed up my production a little bit. Slowly. That never happens. You certainly never pop down a smelting stack with the coal belt going the wrong way, come back an hour later and find out why nothing is working. Yes. We have all been there. It's like the universal truth of playing Factorio, that everyone has made these mistakes before. Like, we've all done these stupid things and just been like, why does game not work? Stupid game, broken game. Oh no, broken individual. How are we doing? 7 hours? That's only going to be faster, remember? We're already 14%. It's not bad. My favourite thing about watching people play Factorio is saying, why is the F isn't this working to me? So it's like, oh, yeah, exactly. It's my favourite part of playing Factorio, honestly. The part where you just go, this should work. Why is it not working? And you just really rack in your brain and then realising it was just something very simple. And you're just like, yep, okay, I'm an idiot. I come to listen to this thing hum. Very cool. Got 4 gigajoules of power just ready to go should we need it. I don't anticipate needing it, but it's ready to go if slash when we need it. If and slash. How things work, you can't if and slash. What are you doing? Some sort of weird code? I try to avoid doing weird code whenever possible. I mean, actually, I try to avoid doing code whenever possible. That's just because I'm not a coder. I'm about as good a coder as I am a rapper. I'm not a rapper. God, Soulburn, that thing just lives in my head now. I blame you. I know I shouldn't blame. I know this is a no-blame stream, but that doesn't count. Y'all got any of that weird code? Rubbing hands awkwardly. Alright, well, they're going. Reasonably successfully, too. We're gonna need more arcane engines. We have 149 available. That's not really as many as I need or want. I'm going to be chosen recipes for next week to prep shopping and find the ingredients. 6 tablespoons of rum. What are you making on these 6 tablespoons of rum? Non-alcoholic something. Jerk chicken. You could probably get away without it. But would you want to? Your kids wouldn't want the jerk sauce anyway. So really just buying rum for yourself at that point. Which, I don't know if you're a rum drinker. I'm not. I don't know why I stuttered there. Sounds like some part of my psyche wishes I was. Stop not adding the... You've stopped not adding the spice to make your stuff kid friendly a while ago. They wouldn't eat it anyway. That's fair. I'm worried about Lil K becoming a picky eater at some point. Right now, I mean, I don't cook at all. My wife takes care of that because she's an amazing cook. But... Is your internet stuttering or is there something on my end? I seem to be okay. Seems fine for me. I'm not getting any dropped frames or anything, so it might be you, I'm afraid. Okay, so that's going fine, that's going fine. That's going fine. We need those arcane engines. Where's my car? Oh right, the other side of the factory again. I would build another car, but I know how this would end with both cars next to each other. And then I'd have to build a little garage for them to make out and make little car babies. Because that's what making out is, right? Just to be clear, it is not. But I don't know that. How much more do we have in here? 517. The productivity was a good idea, I think. Sure, it slowed it down, but... Seems fine now? Yeah. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Power is still going very well. Literally happened to you today. You're across the map. Your car and tank were both chilling at your base. Yeah. It's another reason why a good train network that goes all over the place is good, because you can just call a train to your location. And then the train's there and you're like, well, hi train. Where was I going? Over here. Yeah, you. If you drink, it'll be rum. And you opened a new bottle just before Christmas, and you're a quarter of the way down. So not a fast drinker, which I think is good. I bought a bottle of vodka about 10 years ago, and it's still in the freezer, about half drunk. The last time I had a drink from it was about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Quite nice, but I don't really drink that much, so it's not really relevant if it's nice or not. Nice is probably the wrong word. It burns like hell, that's why I like it. That's now just in case I want a cocktail bottle. I guess. The last time I had a drink was after I passed my driver's test. I know it's ironic that's the way you do it, but I was so like shaky, and I was like, you know what? I just want to drink now. And my wife's like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, all right. So she got some lemonade, put it in a Sprite for those who are Americans. Put some of that in vodka in a glass, and I had that, and I was quite happy. And then I passed out. Passed out is not quite right. Passed out implies that I actually passed out. But then I just needed to have a little nap. That's the Australian way. A bonza. You have two open vodka bottles. One normal, one vanilla. You have a bottle of bourbon and half bottle of sake. COVID was an interesting time for drinking, I understand. There was a thing, like, during the height of COVID, like when everything was locked down in New Zealand, and we did a thing in our team that we just have, like, daily calls, just to sort of chat, because it was kind of isolating. I think it was more for my boss than anyone else. My boss is a bit more of a social butterfly. I could have gone weeks without not talking to those people and been happy about it. You have one drink sake, one cooking sake, that's funny. But anyway, one of my co-workers found that there was a alcohol store on the other side of town that was open. And so they went there, because all the other alcohol stores weren't open, but this one was. Because somehow they managed to think they were essential workers. And so basically all of Auckland was going halfway across town to this one shop that was open. Which I would be slightly concerned about that for many reasons. Because at that point a lot of people are breaking the bubble for non-essential things. But whatever. People did dumb shit during COVID. Oh, sorry, just a moment. Oh, yeah. All your bottle shops stayed open. It wasn't a question whether they were essential. I'll have a glass of milk. Beer. Milk. Beer. M-I-L-B-E-E. I mean, yeah, I get that you're not joking. I know that you're not joking. I just wanted to make the Bart vs. Australia jokes. Because they're good jokes. Wasn't a glass of milk. What did she want? What did Marge want? It wasn't milk. But I don't remember what it was that Marge wanted. That he's just... Coffee! That's it. Coffee. Beer. The video essay is named Why Do So Many Evil People Drink Milk? Because it's in coffee, I suppose. Or in tea. Or in cereal. Or in racists. I mean, I don't drink milk, but it is my cereal when I have my Wheat Bix, so... You know. When I want my Wheat Bix, I don't want to eat dry Wheat Bix because I'm not a monster. I mean, I am, but you know, within reason. Wait, we're out of arcane engines already? Well, shit. The factory does kind of go to shit when I'm doing this section, though. Like, this section doesn't need to be turned on very often. It'll be funny to say that your troubles led you to be a better person. You can no longer digest dairy. Ah! So, because you can't digest dairy, you've become a good person as opposed to an evil person. Hmm? Did Lil K go through him? Ah, okay. Thank you, love you. Hey. Great, now I got chip dust on my microphone. Snacks! I don't think I've got any more arcane engines to go. I think we're fresh out of arcane engines. I'm not quite sure what to do about that. Because until I can make more arcane engines, well... Alright. Good luck. Looks like they're finishing off this now. That's good. Just finishing off the last little bit I see. That should be done any moment now. At 55 it stops, so it shouldn't be taking any more now. Bathurst, Australia had so many good jokes. Like, they were well paced too. Like, just that bit in the bar, there's just so many good bits. You've got Homer ordering the giant beer coming out, and it's just ridiculously massive. Like, and just Homer being like, it's pretty big. Like, he's just sort of sad by it. It's just not big enough. Wait, did something else break? There was that, then there was also... Wait, why is it disabled? Oh my gosh, a couple of them actually ran out. Okay. No, it's not going to do that. Okay. Kind of annoying, but whatever. But yeah, you have Homer with the big giant beer can being disappointed about it. You have Marge trying to order a coffee and they're just confused that it's not beer. And then you've got Bart and Lisa doing the whole, that's not a knife, this is a knife, that's a spoon. I'll see you've played knifey spoony before. Yeah, which is just one of my favorite Simpsons lines. But you just really can't beat that line. Doesn't the Prime Minister like fly off in a jetpack or something stupid like that? That's a bullfrog. That's a funny name. I would have called it a chaswasser. Brilliant. Oh, you guys are just being brats right now. Simpsons was an interesting show. Now, I'm going to do this. I just need to steal that. I'm going to make this train go back to where it came from, because otherwise it'll never come back, be able to come back here. And we're going to drive to the deep core. I'm thinking about something I don't want to talk about on the stream. So that, yeah, is really great streaming content. I'm sorry, I went quiet for a bit just thinking about it. The political adjacency alarm would be going nuts if I talked about it. And so I'm like, no, I don't bring this up. There's no reason to. But I'm so tempted. You know what? No. No. I'm torn between my bloody stream, I'll talk about what I want to, and there's no reason to bring this up. Just the world is very silly right now, that's all I need to say. I'm the only one that has to be here, that's true. Yeah. Actually, speaking of politics, of something I do want to talk about because it's just kind of funny and sad and all of those things. So, the government recently changed the rules for citizen arrest. So you can actually hold someone against their will until, like, if someone is doing a crime, you are allowed to hold them now until the police arrive. Before, you were not allowed to hold them. Only the police may hold them. Right? So if someone's stealing from your store, you're allowed to, you know, lock them in a room and then get the police arrive and then that sort of thing. Whereas before, all you could do was nothing. You couldn't touch them. You couldn't restrain them. You had to be like, okay. Unless they're actively hurting someone, you couldn't do anything. But because the law of writing is kind of loose of what a crime is, a group of alt-right fundamentalists, is probably the best way to put it, have decided that they're going to start taking the letter of the law in their own hands for all sorts of things, which is going to end in violence and possibly death. But one of the people they're considering on arresting is our previous Prime Minister during the COVID days, Jacinda Ardern. And it's like, guys, I can look. I don't know where. But yeah, they're like, oh, we can arrest whoever we want now, because as long as we've done a crime that was considered to us, don't need to be actively committed a crime. Look, these people don't care about a lot of things, okay? They just sort of do what they want, and then the police turn a blind eye, and they are just a group. They're a mob, basically. The only reason they haven't been arrested is because they're a charity. They're a religion group. But yeah, they're sort of going, maybe we can do this. And saying maybe we can is their way of like inciting their own mob to do something. And then you're going to be like, well, we didn't tell them to do this. That's how it'll work, trust me. I've seen it. I've seen them do this shit before. And it's just like, yeah, they need to actively be doing something, but that doesn't concern them. You know what? No, they'd come out ahead. They'd come out ahead on that one. They always do somehow. The police side with them for some stupid ass reason. Anyway, I've got to go find a muffin tin. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to let that just do its thing, and I'll be back soon. But yes, anyway, so they're going to be doing running their own like mob to like do whatever crimes they want, like to resolve whatever crimes they want, which is very funny because also one of the groups they're angry at is one of the politicians who's made the law, because they are also complicit in the fact they sat by and did nothing. And so not only are they going against the people that they didn't like during the time. They're also going after the opposition party for not doing anything to stop this reckless power. And it's like, this is kind of hilarious. And I just like the fact that it's like, thank you, Prime Minister, for giving us the power to do whatever we want. They didn't, but whatever. And now we're coming after you for it. Which is kind of funny. We're coming after you for giving, now that you've allowed us to arrest you. Which again, I'd like to remind everyone that they didn't, but fascism doesn't need to make sense, that's true. Thankfully, a lot of the court of public opinion has turned against them lately since they attacked a library. The court of public opinion turned against them pretty sharply when they attacked a library a week or so ago. And which was an interesting decision to make. I guess decision implies that they had thought. They did. It was foreign thought, but thought nonetheless. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Hadn't heard about that? Yeah. I assume you've now glanced at it to see what I'm talking about. Basically, they attacked a drag story time event. I'm not going to go into it too much, but and the library staff fought them back. Now, let's be fair. A library staff are not going to be the same as a bunch of guys who work out and all that sort of jazz and are used to being. They previously were in gangs. Like, the library staff is not that. And they did a damn good job of protecting people. But that's alright, next time they'll have citizen arrest powers. Someone's gonna die. Or end up in hospital. Or both, I suppose both is an option. Don't ever forget, both is always an option. As a friend said the other day, or today, we're entering the cool part of history. Yeah, the cool part of history where it's fun to read about, but you wouldn't want to live through it. And honestly, it's like these leaders, that they break all the rules that everyone has to stand by, and then they're like angry that, you know, they got a slap on the wrist. You're real worried about what's going to happen there at your next election? Yeah, because then you have a liberal-leaning party at the moment. I don't know how liberal-leaning Australia party is. I don't think your liberal is as liberal as ours, but you've got a liberal, rather than conservative government, don't you? Or more liberal, I should say. It's like saying a liberal government in America. That's still pretty gosh darn conservative. Your right-wing party are called the Liberals. God damn, that's confusing. Well, at the very least, our left is also called Labour. So, on our right, we have, going from right to left, we've got ACT, which, almost libertarian, honestly. Then National, and then, so National and Labour are the big ones. They're the Prime Ministers, one or the other. Then you've got Labour, which Jacinda was part of, and then you've got Greens, and the Greens are more the Liberal Party. I quite like the Greens, honestly. I quite like their leader. Well, one of their leaders. One of their leaders is I'm going to say young woman, but I don't know if she's that young now. We all got older. But she is... did you ever see the OK Boomer thing? That was one of the leaders of Green. She wasn't leader then, but... a youngish woman... and, you know, she's an amazing orator. She is so good at talking, I think. The right, for some reason, do not like her. I'm not sure why. But I think she's so good at talking. Like, she has the fire. You know, when she comes in, she can be soft and calm, but she can have real fire. And if she had a chance of actually being Prime Minister, I would vote for her and vote for her, but she can't be Prime Minister. The Greens is just not big enough. Labour's going to win, and she'll be like deputy at best. She wants to win, and by God, I would love to see what that government looks like. But, you know, it's not happening. Our Greens Party is a lot like our protests, though. They're kind of like 4 different things going at once. One is very, like, one of the agendas is, like, liberal, make sure that everyone, you know, gets what they need. One is protect the environment, and there's another sort of thing as well, which is, like... yeah, all our... yeah, maybe, like, 3. I don't know what the third one is. Third one is like multi-advocacy, which I'm not going to say that's wrong. I mean, that's a good thing to have anyway. Because Lord knows our current government isn't loving that. Yeah. I mean, our next election is a couple of years away. Although sometime this year our Deputy Prime Minister is going to change to the other, like, assisting party. Because they decided to share Deputy Prime Minister with the other party. Which is really funny. It would be funny if both parties weren't, like, kind of dickbags, actually. The dickbaggery is the problem. As it too common is. So, 2 parties, you can switch sides. No, this is real funny. So, when National won the last election, they didn't have enough to make a majority. And there was no one party that they would work with that had enough to work with them to give them a majority. So, instead, the 2 parties they sided with, which is the Libertarianish Party and the Popularist Party, which just tends to do whatever America's doing at the time, they sided with the National Party and said, okay, our leader will be Deputy Prime Minister for half the term, and the other leader will be Deputy Prime Minister for the other half of the term. They're sharing deputy. It's like, who friggin' does that? Basically, our Prime Minister is somewhat weak, and really it's the other people that are running the show. He doesn't think he's weak, but he cannot answer a question, and it's so funny to watch him try. You've got like a friggin' right-wing pundit trying to ask him a yes-no question, and all he can say is, well, I mean, it wasn't ideal. Okay, but would you have sacked him? Well, I mean, it wasn't quite what I wanted to have happen, so I'm not, you know, I can't really speak to what I would have done. But would you have sacked him? I mean, it wasn't quite, you know, there was a lot of factors into it. Like, he can't answer a yes-no question. I imagine if you ask him, do you want fries with that and Macca's, he'll stand there for 20 minutes telling you about the worthiness of fries and how great potatoes are. It's like, pick a lane, bro. I may not respect your decision to, like, or what your lane is, but at least I know what your lane is. You know what I mean? Like, I may say your lane is stupid and I hate it, but at the very least I go, well, I mean, I guess he made a decision. He doesn't. He doesn't ever make a decision, and it's so infuriating that he's the Prime Minister. Like, Jacinda, she made some bad calls. I'll respect that. I liked her, but some of her calls I disagree with. That's okay. That's just politics sometimes. You don't have to agree with your politician every time. I mean, I say my politician. Jacinda wasn't my politician, but you know what I mean, right? You don't have to agree with the person you vote for every time. Sometimes you're like, yeah, I kind of disagree with that choice, but whatever, that's okay. You know, they're not my friend. And nor should I think of them like my friend. That's probably going to go out that way, isn't it? Ugh. What? Let's just fill that up. I just think that, like, someone who is in a leading position should be able to make a decision. I don't need to make a decision. I'm not in a leading position. I'm an office worker and a streamer. I don't need to have a strong opinion on something. But hell, if you can't answer a yes-no question because you don't have all the facts, that's fine. Just say I don't have all the facts and I can't answer that right now. We can't even say that. I respect someone sometimes just for saying, I don't know. Fine, you don't know. That's fine. I wish you did. I don't think it's an issue. I mean, maybe some people consider it a weakness to not know something. I don't know. I personally don't, but... Got some wood coming in. As usual, very would they weren't they situation. They would. They would. Okay, just had a thought. Could I... Ghost crystals are only made out of phantom ultra dense constituent. So I can always break the cube up. No way, that's going to take me research I don't want to do. Never mind. I'm making ectoplasm. It's going to probably... Do we need to go down this way? Yep. Oh, it looks like it's already done that, actually. Oh god. You know what? Let's go get some purple belts and try and make things faster for the cube. I don't even know where that is. Anyway, that's been enough political talk for the day. I'll rephrase that. That's been too much political talk for the day. God's sake, Zoe, we were done. That actually scared me. Well done. Just making it official. Thank you. I can't talk about political stuff anymore because I've now officially shit myself. Everyone knows you can't talk about politics after you've shit yourself. Obviously. Well, the good news is science is still just chugging along, while everything else is doing what it needs to do. Alright, so what we're going to do is try and speed up all this stuff. The one that bothers me every time is this little route here. Actually, every route the cube goes on that is just a bit slow. Why don't we just do it that way? Just make it faster. There we go. Hey, oh god, the problem with the purple is if you try to walk against it, it doesn't want you to. Now the other one that bothers me is this. Oh, it's going that way now. Go, Cube. Go! Be fast! Live your dreams, Cube. Don't let your dreams be memes. Unless your memes are dreams, in which case... Aight. Oops. Oops. Looks like we've got plenty of pink dust. That's always nice. There's plenty of deep solution. Can we? No. I was gonna say, can we like production module this? No. We can ute. Where's it going anyway? Ah, to make the deep core crystals. Which there is still plenty to go there. How much calcium is that? 1 to 1? 2 to 1. Okay. Okay. No, I'm happy with this. I'm just not happy with this. It's gonna run out of dust very soon. I know a way that we can speed that up. We're gonna need some things though. Some tings, as I used to heard someone say. No offense to people who don't pronounce the TH in words, but it bothers me. You know, it's not things, it's the tings. As I said, I'm not coming at you if you're one of those people. Please pronounce your TH sounds. Please. For me. Your old buddy SeiferKatt. I understand people have issues saying that sound, but yeah, I know it feels like I'm coming at them a little bit. I promise I'm not. Like, I would never mention it to someone to their face, because I'm a coward that way. But but it's just like I hear it and I'm just like, please pronounce the TH. The TH did nothing to you. We're not talking about people with a lisp. People, and I mean, also, I mean, it's possible they know about it just as much and they wish they didn't do it that way as well. I don't know, maybe I'm just the asshole here. It's possible. It wouldn't be the first time, it won't be the last. Just the TH sound, a lot of it to me, and this is going to be rude sounding, and I acknowledge this, just looks like laziness to me. And I say this being a Kiwi, like our language is very lazy. We just sort of drop vowels and letters wherever we see fit. That's why Nick Minute became such a big thing. Nick Minute. And people love Nick Minute. People adored Nick Minute. The English language is very flexible. If the meaning is communicated, it's correct. Oh, you tell that to my English teacher. I mean, you can't. Because they have passed away now. But, oh, they wouldn't have appreciated that logic. They certainly didn't like that a university said that the word bugger had become part of common New Zealand lexicon and was socially acceptable to be said. They were like, no. I don't care if a university said it. It's not true. But you know, it's... That's something from a high school teacher saying a university doctor is wrong. Like that's some balls. University doctors, what do they know? You're an English anarchist? No. Not me. I am not. Your mum was real hard on you with spelling, grammar, and punctuation when you were younger. It was only through thorough understanding of English you were able to realise how it could be subverted. I'm not sure I follow. And then if we do this... Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna go into like a little bit of a rage moment here. So, Panda and I went to like this different place to get coffee today. Because she wanted to try a new place, and that's awesome. Like, you know, who often are you like stuck going to the same place you always go to? And Panda wanted to check out this new place. Which was fine, you know. It was a fine place. Had like a really cool playground. Lil K was a little too small for it, so it wasn't really that much use for us, but we wanted to check it out. And so we ordered our coffees, and they gave us like one of those little beepers, you know, the little thing that you get from a takeaway store, where you sit around and it starts going beep 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 and vibrating wildly, and you go, ooh, my food is ready. It's one of those. So we're like, sweet, we got our beeper, we're walking around, and then we're like, okay, we've had enough walking around, and we're just sitting at one of the coffee tables. And we're waiting here for like another 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. We've been here for 15 minutes, and our coffees still aren't ready. So, you know, the moment we go, do I go to the counter and ask them when will our drinks be ready? Because you don't want to be a jerk, right? You don't want to be the guy who just like goes like, excuse me, we've waited for like 10 minutes, where are our drinks? Go, oh, sorry, did you not realize that someone was having a medical emergency and was dying over there? And you don't want to be that guy. So, okay, just wait, just be patient, fine. Anyway, there comes a time where patience is no longer an option. So you go over there and we're like, hey, our drink's almost ready. They're like, oh, were you number 6? And we go, yeah. Yeah, no, when we put your code into the beeper, the system, the beeper didn't go. And so, yeah. Here's your drinks. And I'm like, okay, sure. So, they put the code into the system, and the system says, yeah, I didn't get a response from that beeper. In fact, I didn't even say, hey, I'm number 6. I just went up there and they went, oh yeah, your beeper didn't work. So you recognized me. So you could see me over there, waiting for my drinks. Knowing that the beeper didn't work, so I didn't know my drinks are ready. And you're just like, oh yeah, now the beeper didn't work. It does that sometimes. Okay, so the beeper didn't work, and the beeper hasn't been working sometimes. Maybe mention sometimes the beeper doesn't work, or alternatively stop using the beeper and just shouting the number, or go to the flippin' table. Yeah, if you're understaffed and you don't have the resources to carry the drinks around, just like give a wave. Yeah. See me looking at you, give a wave, and I'll come on over going, what's up? You know, there were so many things they could have done. Instead, they just went, oh no, the beeper didn't work. So our drinks were not as hot as they could have been, which is not that big a deal. I'm not going to complain about it. The drink was still fine. But it's like, how long would they have waited for? How long would we have had to wait before they did something? Another 10 minutes? Another 20 minutes? Half an hour? An hour? I don't know. They weren't going to come to us. Oh... I tell you, it grinds my biscuits, it does. I don't even know where the cube is right now. Where is the cube? I think it's coming up this way, actually. It is. So, yeah, they just... like, oh, it didn't work. Oh well, nothing we can do now. Apologize for the SCA in advance. Oh, okay. I like how you wrote that out in advance, because in the middle there, you did actually respond. So I like that you were writing it on a notepad or something. Alright. Because I understand the rules of English as well as I do, I can see past them. English is Batman. Yep. John Batman. Indeed. It can be whatever we need it to be. If you went back as recently as the early 1800s, you'd struggle to understand what people were talking about. The 1700s, the 1600s, forget about it. Yeah, I know. I figured that you like having like a little bit of a chat thing and then wham. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Like, I like the use of words that people don't use regularly, but regularly enough that you sort of get it. But you're right, English is all over the place, and that's usually fine, I suppose. I get the gist of what you mean, though. English in particular evolves, and with the internet, more people speaking English now than 100 years ago, it will morph into something you may not recognize. I mean, hell, it already does with Zoomers. Like, who understands what the Zoomers are talking about? Or, I mean, God help us, the Alphas. I still don't understand what Lil K is talking about. It's because his language isn't that great yet. He's not speaking that much. He's working on it though. He gets some words out there these days. You go, oh my goodness, he just said that word. Amazing. You don't overly fast if people appropriate words for things that they wouldn't normally apply to. Yeah. I suppose that's true. Lil K has gotten really good at following instructions in a song. Like, this is one thing that I think the Wiggles has done particularly well. Like, they've got a lot of action songs, and so he follows the actions pretty good these days. Like, he's certainly learning. It's a bit of a passion for you. I mean, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to apologize for it. I mean, things that people are passionate about are actually really exciting. Because you don't need to apologize for being passionate about something. If anything, apologize for not being passionate about anything. He is dancing. He is! So if you've ever heard the Wiggles song, Rockabye Your Bear, he's pretty good at that song. That one. Everybody clap me. Everybody sing, la la la. He puts his hands up in the air. Bow to your partner. He falls on the ground. He hasn't quite figured out bowing, but he does fall to the ground, and then you turn around, which he's got to quickly stand up, and then he spins, but he doesn't turn around once, he turns around like 4 or 5 times. Hands in the air again. Okay, then he doesn't do the rest. Rockabye your bear, bear's now asleep. He doesn't do that, he just runs around in circles at that point. But he's very cute. Lil K is just like having a great time. But he can mostly follow the song, which is very fun. Like, he does love Then We Turn Around, because he just spins wildly for about 10 seconds. He doesn't fall over as much as he used to when he does that bit. Which is good, because it used to be concerning, because you'd always fall over near a wall. And there's great stories about, like, when I was about his age, and I fell over near a wall and hit the corner of the wall with my head, and then, you know, there was blood everywhere, and I had to get stitches. You know, Mum doesn't love that story. Mum is, what's the word, traumatized from that story. So we don't want to repeat that with my son, and because that doesn't sound like a fun time. So we're not going to do that. That's the plan. Is this cube going to go anywhere? Nope. Joke's on you. I need arcane engines. So, funnily enough, we're going to raise this to 90, even though I don't like it. Sorry, I'm going to read that again in a second. Your parents found you on the nature strip of a highway when you were 2 or 3. Once you'd learned how to open doors. Sorry, I can only assume you got out of the car and then they were just like, oh, where's Zoe gone? That's terrifying for a parent to have to worry about. Wait, you left the house and went for a wander. Holy shit. Yeah, that's scary. That's some scary shit, Zoe. A nurse at the local GP saw out her window. Saw you out her window. God. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Detty. Do you know where your daughter is? Because she's outside my window right now. Oh, okay then. Oh, and then you'd go for a run? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, kids, right? You can't blame them for being kids. The whole point of a kid is to try and give a parent a heart attack, which it sounds like you were doing a good job of that. So, A grade. I'm hoping if I speed them up. Here come the arcane engines. Oh, the misery. Everyone's wanting to see my arcane engines. That should give me quite a few arcane engines, because it's 1 each, right? Yeah. That might be as much as I can get. But I mean, look at them come through. That's great. I'm going to put that priority back to 30 where it belonged. Maybe 40. We ran out of resplendent plate. That's okay. That should be enough to make a whole bunch of fun level 3 productivities. Oh, look at them all. Oh, I'm very pleased to see so many. Because that's going to speed up my science. I just remembered, there are like extremely long-handled inserters I never even tried using. How long-handled are they? They're extremely long-handled. I should like make some just to see what it's like. Right? Just one. Just make a cheeky one of them. I just want to see one. How long-handled could it be? Extremely long, I suppose. I need some resplendent plate and some matter units. Sophisticated matter units. Well, there's some of those. More resplendent plate. That's fine. And matter units. As a treat, yeah. I've been a good boy. I deserve it. Hello. Sorry, everyone, just a moment. Panda made some cheese muffins for Lil K. So she wanted me to give it a go. See if he'd like it. He'll like it. One thing I know about Lil K, he loves cheese. Oh my goodness. How many units is that? 5? Oh my word. Just the way it grows too. It's like... The 5 to 5 is ever 2 to... That is extremely long-handed. I don't have a need for it, but okay. How fast does it turn, actually? 432. So it turns the same speed as a long-handled inserter. Okay. No need to use it, but it's just neat. A man definitely designed that. Oh, you think he's some sort of grower, not a shower? Is that what we're implying? Or are we just being casually sexist? Because I'm cool either way. How are we doing with this? Hasn't gotten out of sync yet. We have 2,000. The 2,000 may be enough, actually. You know what? Let's do some maths real quick. So we're at 9,600 minus 2,625. Okay. Then we times that divide that by 1.48. So 4,700 or so. Then we divide that by a further 1.24, and then we divide that by 2. We only need 109 or 1,900 cards left. Okay. Does that mean we have enough of these? Yeah, we've got 200 too many. We can stop that. There we go. Might as well finish off what we've got. So we need 1,900, which means we've got enough of those. We do need another 1,000 of these, which doesn't really surprise me that much. Like 1,000 seems like an appropriate number. And I mean, in the time that it's got left, it'll get quite a few more done. Yeah. Oh, look, it's made another 10. Oh, good work, buddy. Keep up the good work, as they say. Okay, what I'm thinking is that's going to come around to another loop. I might just chuck this in to make another 150. And then we'll go check productivity and see what we can do with it. I think we'll just chuck them all in labs for the next one. Off you go. A bit more steam than we want to have, I suppose. That's fine. Well, we could easily make 300 more. I don't think that's a problem. So you want 320, you've got... I mean, that's enough for 2 anyway, so yeah. We'll do 2 loops right now. And because while with productivity is being done, there's not much we should really... how many we got? 1. Okay, yeah, no, there's plenty of time with nothing happening right now. We probably need to go and get some more deep core metals, probably regular metals as well. Yep, everything's looking a bit sad. Okay. So there's a dimensional folding engine, it doesn't need time to recharge. We'll just chuck it back in there. Oh, we have to chuck it in there, don't we? Ooh, do we have enough room for steam? We've got plenty of room for steam, that's not a problem. Well, it's 800. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could have just done this on hindsight. Could have just done that. Okay, so there's like another 240 just chilling there. Might be alright then. At least we're alright for now. Do I have the car anywhere near me? Probably not. I don't even know where that is. Oh god, okay. I know where that is. It's a very silly place. Wait for that to finish so I can grab the cube and then race it off to its next destination. Okay, let's go. Let's go! Okay. Alright, let's stop that. Let's go to cube null. And take us to there. I don't think it will. I think it'll take us over here. We're having to do a little bit of cube finagling to get it to do what I want, but that's okay. I'm SeiferKatt, expert cube finagler. Everything is really going into making more productivity 3s, I've just realized. And I can't help but notice we don't have any right now. Why not? Oh, we need basic antimatter units. Okay. UltraCube is what happens when you leave your Ellen boots of belt walking at home. You know, I could probably put belt walking things in there, but sometimes it's useful. I know I can turn it off, but... Is that this technology I haven't researched? Hilarious. That reminds me, D&D is going well. My party killed some cultists, and they explored around, and they took forever to find the secret button. And so then the other people just left because they heard the alarm go off and then no one came in to let them know everything was okay. So they're like, oh yeah, no, we're skedaddling. So they ran. And then they finally found the secret button and there was no one there. And they was like, oh, okay. And they looked around, they found like a cave, like a wall that they were digging at. This is the Party 2.0 story. That's correct, yes. So they found the wall that the cultists had been digging at and they're like, ah, they're digging a wall. Doesn't look like they've gotten very far though. And then they just left. And then they set up an alarm for when someone else came in there, they were going to ambush them. There's only one way out. And so they go, the alarm pings and they all rush in there and they're like, how long did it take us to get there? Like a minute or two. And it's like clear that someone's been in there because they've like pulled the blankets aside and found like the body with the head like crushed in by a +3 quarterstaff. And they're like, okay, so someone's been here, he must have escaped already. And you're like, no, you don't see him. You didn't see him on the way in, you didn't see him on the way out. It's like, okay, so they go around and they just, one of them just starts getting annoying and goes tick 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 on every wall, and as they come to like the rock wall thing, the wall they're digging, goes tick tick. Wait, walked through the rock wall. It was an illusion the whole time. Like, no, everyone was just looking at it. No one ever touched it. They're like, we all thought it was loose rock, and I'm like, I know, that was kind of the plan. So they're like, oh shit, he ran out the back door. And they would just run down this corridor and they end up outside the city walls. And it's like, okay. The plan worked too well, unfortunately. Did anyone roll perception? No. No one really looked at the wall. They just sort of went, oh yeah, there's a wall there. And they just sort of let it go. They was like, cool wall, bro. Ah, no one looked at the goddamn wall. I mean, they looked at it. That was the problem. As soon as they touched it, it would have been clear. But no one touched it. And I'm just like... And they're like, wait, was that there the whole time? I'm like, yeah, but I was very clearly looking for anyone to say I touched the wall or I hit the wall or anything. So the people that were there left out the back and just fled the town. And I'm like, I feel like such a bad DM that allowed that to happen, but at the same time, that's on them. So meanwhile, they've gone to like another temple and been like, hello, we're the basement inspectors, because they figured that they were digging to this basement of a nearby temple. And I was like, I never thought this was coming, so I was like, yeah, sure. And they're like, yeah, like the high priest there, or like a experienced priest, like, yeah, so not a lot of people know the basement, so I'm really curious what's going on here. Like, so you've confirmed there is a basement that no one else agrees to. Like, okay, well, yep. So they talk about, it's like, yeah, the basement is more of a sanctified area, the area that we couldn't sanctify because there were other cultists down there, so we just sort of protect it and make sure no one gets down there. And they're like, wait, so another god was being used? It's like, yeah, God of Dragons, Tiamat was using the area. So you can absolutely investigate it, but we're going to have, like, soldiers come down with you. And they're like, yeah, that sounds fine. Is he going to steal our artifact? He doesn't look like he's going to steal your artifact. Okay. Like, I put them in a zone of truth, so that way they kind of just like, well, we feel compelled to tell the truth now. Zone of truth as a NPC thing? No biggie. Oh, it's quite a biggie. I was thinking about having Tiamat to be the big bad. I might change my mind. I might go Asmodeus. I haven't decided. I haven't decided if Tiamat's working with Asmodeus or for, against Asmodeus. But Tiamat's definitely in there at some point. That was kind of the plan with, like, stealing people and then, like, using their souls to kind of do a phoop between the hells, and they haven't discovered any of this shit yet. I haven't even figured out how to actually put that into the game yet, but that's the plan, and yeah. Do a little bit of a soul swap. But they haven't got there yet, so next session they're probably going to go to a goblin cave. I'm going to fire a goblin at them. I'm very excited about literally firing a goblin at the party. Like off a catapult or a ballista. Ballista goblin, you know? Don't leave home without it. I mean, the idea of, like, you know, you see nothing. I have dark vision, 3 of the party members say. I know. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta finish this up, but I'm gonna finish this like D&D hook that I accidentally created. I'm totally gonna use. So when they were getting their massive great items, they found a goblin friend who had been in in the treasure room for the last like 40 years, and he's still a child because the previous party adopted a goblin friend, as parties tend to do. And they're like, okay, well, how are you here for 60 years? He's like, alright. He goes into the like cave and he's like, here, use this on me. And they're like, okay. And they use it on him as a wand disintegration. It just disintegrates the poor goblin. They're like, holy shit. And then he just reintegrates and he's like, yeah, I can't die. And so they helped him out and let him leave. But what they didn't do is they didn't take his wand of disintegration. So there was a child goblin who was far older than most goblins, with a little bit of a hatred for outsiders. They were very nice to the party because the party was helping them and the party felt bad. But I figure that wand should have, like, because it's like an artifact wand, I figure that wand should have no charges, like infinite charges. And so he's just like gone to the goblin caves that he grew up in and been like, I am now the Goblin King. I disagree. Disintegrate. I am the Goblin King. You are the Goblin King. And either I can't decide whether someone else steals the wand off him, or if he is just the Goblin King now. I think hearing about a child goblin king might be a little bit alarming to the party, but it's a little bit too soon for that. I think they need to go to a goblin cave and then the goblin king. I think it's only been like a week so far. I don't think you can become the a terrifying goblin king in a week. I think you need a little bit more time. So I'm gonna give them a little bit more time. If any of them remember the goblin, like, it's always the moment where you do those sort of hooks where the party goes, guys, do you remember that goblin? Oh, Boblin the Goblin. Yeah, I remember Boblin the Goblin. Does he still have the wand of disintegration? Oh no. Like, they let him off into the world, and just one of the party members went, this is probably a bad idea to just let him go. And I've decided, yes, it should be. You made... Boblin the Goblin, you let him free, despite everyone telling you not to do this. And he's got a wand of disintegration with him, with unlimited charges. Yeah, this is a terrifying thing. Of course, here's the important thing. If you have... Oh, okay, here's the part I've just realized the problem in. If you have a Boblin the Goblin with a wand of disintegration with limited charges, the party... the Goblin is Tiamat. That's a good twist, I like that. The party inevitably defeats Boblin the Goblin. And then the party has a wand of disintegration with unlimited charges. That is... bad. The goblin can't die. That's an important part to remember with this goblin. So he basically becomes like Gollum, right? He just wants his precious wand. It's his. I need a way for Boblin the Goblin to like always have the wand. Like if you kill him, it just comes back to him. One of the limits of disintegration is a level 6 spell and it doesn't have infinite uses. You can see one of the problems I've just created for myself with this logic. I'm gonna have to work on that. The goblin is Tiamat. The goblin is not Tiamat. The disintegration does like between 60 and 110 damage, I think. It's like 10d10 plus 50 damage. Add the wand curse to disintegrate the user and target each time it's fired. No, because they've already fired the wand once. Tiamat is the wand of disintegration. Good plan though, they have already fired the wand, and so unfortunately that's not going to work. But I do like the idea. Anyway, I have to think about that. Thank you everyone for being a sounding board. The disintegrate spell is the Goblin King. The disintegrate spell is... It's an ego wand. So the Goblin Child King is not actually the Goblin King, but the Goblin King exists inside the disintegration wand. I mean, here's how you beat here's how you defeat someone with an infinite wand of disintegrations. Infinite goblins. Eventually, like, if you can only fire that thing once per round, if you have 2 goblins coming in every round, you're gonna run out of health. The way you beat them is a non-combat situation, or the infinite combat situation. You only kill 1 goblin at a time. Oh, it'll murder the goblin. Just dust. But the second a goblin snatches that wand, it's all over. Hey, skill tree. Yeah, we're coming up near the end of it now, actually. But we've enjoyed it. I say I've enjoyed it. Power of friendship required. I mean, the power of friendship is whoever has that wand of disintegration is the new Goblin King. And again, if you've been trapped in a place for 60 years, maybe you've come up with a plan for that. Maybe you've got a plan. What is this plan? I don't know. Anyway, you know what my plan is? I am half an hour over my stream time. And I need to sleep. We are well overdue. Chronomancy. I don't think Chronomancy's in D&D 5. I mean, it could be. I'm the DM. I can be making whatever the hell I want, right? Who's going to tell me I can't have Chronomancy? I'm the DM. Anyway. Skill tree was a brilliant plan that I'd never heard before somehow. Careful, this is how we start getting people saying I'm Spartacus for the next 6 hours. Oh hey, I can zoom in and out by pushing the mouse wheel. That's not helpful. I can also just scroll the mouse wheel, but by pushing the mouse wheel left or right I can zoom out in a really staggered motion. That's not actually ever helpful, but neat. Alright, saving the game. We may finish this next stream, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe we'll finish or get this mostly finished on Monday, and on Thursday we'll finish off that Darkest Dungeon run that I haven't finished. That might be a good idea. The one where everyone hates each other. We'll do that on Thursday. Alright, well. Let's wrap it up. Wrap it up, wrap it up. Thank you everyone for being here. I hope everyone enjoyed their stay. If you're new here, please do consider following. I would appreciate it. But as always, you do what makes you comfortable. I can't tell you what to do. I've tried. It failed. Social links, thank you Soulburn. YouTube.com/SeiferKatt, where I post VODs and also Darkest Dungeon at the moment. And Discord, where you can find me outside my regular streaming time. Odaba wants to see my shirt, so what the shirt? It's Cataplot. It measures cat by cats. Cats by cats. Wonderful. Remember, that is the least cats. That is probably the most cats. Or maybe that one. No, that one's low on cats. This is probably, if you want the most cats, this is probably the one you want. But this one, least cats. Disappointing cats. My wife got it for me. It's cats and a math joke. Who doesn't love that? Alright, and with that, I'm done for the night. Thank you so much very much for watching. I'll next be streaming on Monday. I kind of said that already, but now I've definitely said it. And I'll see everyone then, hopefully. Take care, everyone. You're welcome. Always happy to give you that morning stream you needed. Take care.